just because you was in there, that don't mean you was gay.
Right.
You feel me? It's just, that's what he was on.
Okay,
So
I get it. I
in
tend
there-
to think that birds of a feather flock together, but I understand that given the circumstances, people just wanted to be off the street. They just wanted to get whatever they can
But
get
a
out
lot
of the
of them
situation.
niggas was gay though, and they'll be like, "Hey, shoot, we got money, we got food. Do you want to get off the streets?" You feel me?
Well, that's an easy that's an easy response for most people, right?
Yeah, facts. They gonna jump straight into it, and then once you get there, they whole tempo just changed to violence.
And we all cool, but we gonna keep it a thou wow, right?
Well, yeah.
So when I said that I just did the interview with him, you said something. What did you just say?
Charles was one of them.
So he was one of them.
That's my nigga, but it's so important that you do this interview and this thing on Black Hammer, because this not the only cult. There's other cults out here.
They had all the drugs you can want. I think you said that, right?
Yeah.
Had all the drugs you can want: video games, food, clothes, possible or potential access to guns down the line.
And you can't leave. For some people's cases, that's kidnapping. You feel me?
So when they say you can't leave, how do they hold you there?
They got guns in the house.
What's up, YouTube? I want to once again thank everybody who comes up to me in the street and shows me real love. Y'all don't even know. It keeps me thankful. It keeps my tank full. Now back to the content. What's up, YouTube? Atlanta street interviews. Out here with the update, guys. So you see we got our boy ATVVAUN here, man. What's up, man? How you feeling today?
What up? All good.
Hey,
all
man.
good.
We love, man. So, okay, so I just got done interviewing Charles down at the park.
Sexuality preference was challenged, you know, in the house
By the leader?
by the leader, and I'm gonna stand on that, you know, and my story won't never change.
So how did he challenge you? Like, what did he do? How did they come out here and recruit your typical homeless guy? Like, what was their strategy? What did they say to you? What was their pitch? Did you see any of the people that I interviewed at the house? So, like, some people say that Josias was there at one point.
Talking about Josiah, who be having like the popular interviews.
Yeah.
At one point, I'm gonna keep it G with you about what happens when these people are kidnapped.
So what happens? Give me the raw details.
In one account, I've heard that a guy was put in a dog cage.
He had basically busted it down to the white meat. What was going on at the Black Hammer situation from his perspective, because he was in the house for at least 4 or 5 months.
Right.
Okay. Now, that's your boy. Y'all was on the video together with the scammer or whatever.
Yeah.
Y'all was
fact.
actually on the thumbnail. This thumbnail right here. So that's y'all. So that's your boy, right?
All right.
And we all cool, but we gonna keep it a thou wow, right?
Well, yeah.
So when I said that I just did the interview with him, you said something. What did you just say?
Charles was one of them.
So he was one of them.
That's my nigga, but when I said, see, you stopped me right there.
Okay.
So when I said one of them, he was like me on it, but he was better at it than me. You feel me? Like he was one of them niggas, but I don't know as far as like his history. Like I just don't know like what he done as far as.
Where did y'all meet before the house or after the house?
We met after the house. I seen him at the house.
You seen him at the house?
I used to see him. Excuse me, no, not at the house. With the group. You feel me?
So he used to be out here like recruiting and stuff?
Yeah, like when you say recruiting, wasn't nobody recruiting but them certain individuals.
Okay, like the main guys, Gazi and whoever else.
It was people out here like, go with him or whatever. Like as far as like he got a place to stay. So when the word recruit is just such a bad word when we're talking about. That's not the
right word, basically.
Right, we was.
It was like a word of mouth type.
We was out here looking for people who needed some help, who wanted shelter and wanted something to eat. You know what I mean? That's what me and Charles and other people like us. The main heads of Black Hammer was the people out here recruiting. Like they knew the deal. You know what I mean?
Okay, so
and once you got in this case recruited to Black Hammer,
right.
Then Black Hammer recruits you into Black as far as like knowing what their real goal is, like knowing what's really going with their.
What was their real goal?
the real goal was to get numbers, and just like Pinky and the Brain, they wanted to take over the fucking world, bro.
Okay.
That's plain and simple.
Yeah, I mean, you know, they purport themselves, I guess, to have been on like some revolutionary type stuff, that type of deal. Let me say this before I go any further. Let me shout out Shenna Speaks, man, because Shenna Speaks is actually where I saw you on a live, just kind of, you know, just kind of taking your time and answering a lot of the questions that the ladies had about what was going on.
Before I heard you, before I heard you say anything about it on your channel, I never heard anything about it other than on the street. She said,
right.
So when she said something about, I'm like, all right, bet. Well, he's not the only one who can kind of press the issue or whatever.
Yeah.
So let me go ahead and kind of fill her in on what she's asking.
Listen, I loved it. I thought it was a great live. If you haven't watched that live, guys, go check out Shenna Speaks channel. Vaughn, I believe, is in the thumbnail. So it was a great live, and you definitely answered the questions. So that was awesome. But I'm gonna dig a little deeper, right? Yeah. I'm gonna dig because that's what I do, right?
Let's go.
I get a little messy sometimes, you know.
Get messy.
Okay, so now, you know, one of our recent interviewees, my brother Tone, all right? That's like my little bro, right? He was kidnapped, as he says, for about 2 months, right? Do you think it's possible to be held there against your will for 2 months?
Hell yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah. Their approach is very aggressive anyway, but it's nice. It's like the devil. You don't know he the devil. He coming at you so nice.
Right.
And so, but their approach is very aggressive and strong. Like you feel like you want to be. So when you get here, and you can't leave. For some people's cases, that's kidnapping. You feel me?
So when they say you can't leave, how do they hold you there?
They got guns in the house.
So they just like, we're gonna shoot you basically if you try to leave.
Yeah, you ain't going nowhere. They're gonna wrestle you down and throw you in this cage, in this dog cage, man.
Yeah, I mean, everybody's talked about the dog cage. Man, that dog cage must have been something else. You gotta check on these beautiful babies. Look, he's always the boy. The girl, look, the girl's always quiet, man. Like, I tell you what,
she watching him do everything.
She be chilling, man. She be chilling. So, okay, so, all right. So you feel like that's
people was coming in here and they were asking for help. They was asking for shelter, for food, for clothing. You know what I mean? And these people with this power, they was getting their money from donations. People was donating them, like
no doubt.
People with a lot of money.
Well, what Charles said, and he said it on camera, so I can say it, was that he thinks that they were basically being bankrolled by Russia or Russian oligarchs.
Yes, that too. See.
Like, because, you know, you got this mansion out there by Rick Ross mansion. You got all this stuff. You're buying clothes, you're doing all this stuff.
Their donations is coming from higher uppers.
Yeah, somebody's got to be bankrolling.
That's why they're not just here in Atlanta. They're in Africa. They're in Chicago. Like, this is not no city thing. Like,
do you think they purposely have the gay guy running it or whatever? Like, do you think that's on purpose?
I think there's I think that could very be thought out as far as when it comes to organizing a crime group. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Putting him in charge, that would have been the best idea.
I got to get to my boy Josias. You know, so, you know, King Joe. You know, that's my boy, King Josias.
That's been my little nigga since like way back when.
Man, that's little bro for life, man. I don't care what goes on.
I'm like one of the first people who met him when he first got down here.
There you go, right? So, you know, Charles did say that, you know, because I asked him, did he see Josias at the house? He said, yeah, he did. And I asked, did Ghazi ever do anything to anybody non-consensually?
He did to Josias, and Josias he'll tell me like I just didn't want to do it or whatever. But.
So Josias would tell you that Kazi was basically taking it from him or basically forcing him to do it type deal?
At first he was happy with going to the house and coming to the city and marching, and then he started coming out here like just out of it, bro, like. And then we met you feel me? So around that time, things had started to change in the house for Josias. You feel me? I think
what do you think was happening?
I think he was being disciplined into how they wanted him to be. You feel me? Like, they knew he was kind of young and wild or whatever, and untamable.
Do you think the guy Ghazi like turned him out or whatever?
I don't know if he turned him out.
Okay.
You know, I never witnessed anything with my own eyes. I'm just
putting it based on what you heard from this person, that person,
people
that person.
who I can be like, all right, you telling the truth. Like,
right.
Or I know you know, like, I know he know, and he wouldn't lie to me. Like, these are like people in the house. You feel me? These are people on the street. People I done been there with or whatever.
So I had asked Charles, like, hey, you know, what do they do to recruit people? But I guess you just said it. They don't really recruit. Is it just like word of mouth?
Ask you, and they'll be like, hey, shoot, we got money, we got food. Do you want to get off the streets? You feel me?
Well, that's an easy, that's an easy response for most people, right?
Yeah, facts. They gonna jump straight into it, and then once you get there, they whole tempo just changed to violence, and, like mayhem and order and like military. Like, it was trying to be like military shit. You feel me? It was trying to grow in numbers and
they're trying to build an army type deal.
Maybe they was trying to, you know, get intel to get people over here to be on their side so they can grow in some type.
Yeah, infiltrate from the inside, you know. Hey, man.
I don't know though.
Okay, yeah, cause I mean, so you say that he was one of them, basically, meaning that he was there, he was
one of them,
fully in it.
When I met him, he wasn't who I met. You feel me? He was somebody completely different. When I first met him, in my eyes,
he was like on that. He was like them, like he was on that.
But once I met him, I figured I kind of knew, like, this nigga probably just like me. You feel me? He probably here trying to get off the street.
Yeah, because I mean, basically,
he wanted the straps.
Basically, he said that he had been there for several months before the guy Ghazi kind of really tried him on.
He was getting paid. He was getting some money and shit. He liked that, and I don't blame him for it, because that's why I was there. You feel me? But he just had been there long enough. That's what I mean. Like, he was one of them. Like, he was really one of them. Like, I wasn't.
So I want to be clear. I was about to say, I want to be clear. What up, boy? Did you ever stay at the house
overnight? No.
Okay, so you
went
there.
Like, I can only count twice. If there's one time missing, then 3 times. You feel me? But I can only count in my head. I've been there twice, and I was just trying to infiltrate. You know what I mean? I'm trying.
You trying to get what you can get out of it.
I'm trying to get in there.
Okay. So just to be clear again, you know, as far as anybody being held against their will or anything like that, so again, if someone is held against their will in that house, from what you know, do you think it's likely that they also were being taken advantage of sexually, or were they just being held against their will? And if so,
both.
If they're just being held against their will, what was the purpose of that? Like, in other words, what would be the purpose?
They'd have been crash dummies. Like, boom, I'm gonna send you out here to get killed. People gonna know what's going on through you.
But if they was holding them though, so like if they're at the house, they can't be going out and stuff. They're like holding them in the house.
Once you sitting there so long and you want to come out and they let you out, you gonna behave, bro. Niggas is in there behaving, bro.
So niggas was in there behaving.
Scared in the motherfucker.
So he was the alpha male, the Ghazi guy, or whatever. He was the gay alpha male.
And if he couldn't get you like
sexually or whatever,
he'll have got you with money, or he'll have got you with power, as far as like having rank over people and shit. Like, you don't just cause you was in there, that don't mean you was gay.
Right.
You feel me? It's just that's what he was on.
Okay, so I get it. I tend to think that birds of a feather flock together, but I understand that given the circumstances, people just wanted to be off the street. They just wanted to get whatever they can get out of the situation.
A lot of them niggas was gay though.
Okay,
right.
So
it's like,
okay,
if that's your I'm not putting that like against anybody. That's just what was going on in the house. You feel me?
Right. Okay. So again, if someone was held against their will though, Do you think it's likely that they were taken advantage of sexually?
More than likely, it was most definitely.
Okay, so more than likely, if someone was being held against their will.
After so many stories, bro, I like, remember when the whole scamming in Atlanta gone wrong?
Yeah.
Like, if you would this was going on, like, around that.
Yeah, I remember.
You feel me? So only if you would have met Gazi, because you probably had came across him too.
I probably walked right by him at certain points. Yep.
And it's been days I was out there holding the camera for them and
you
then walk off and come see you.
Listen, I asked Charles about that. I was like, so Vaughn said on the live that sometimes he would be the cameraman. It's like, I don't know if it's some of those videos like on YouTube or whatever, but one of those videos, whoever was holding the camera was definitely tall. Because they was like above almost everybody. Like,
that was probably me.
Okay.
I'm usually the one like following them, make sure, like, I'm the good cameraman, so if you see a good video, that's
that was you. Okay. All right, man. So I'm just trying to get to the bottom of this stuff because I did an interview with Tone. He kind of told me what his story was and everything. Then I just did an interview with Charles that the audience, they may or may not have seen it by now. And then I just want to do this interview with you so I can just kind of put it all together. You know what I'm saying?
It's so important that you do this interview and this thing on Black Hammer because this is not the only cult. There's other cults out here, and
I was about to
not
say, man,
as open as Black Hammer.
Yep.
And it could be me, and I'm telling you about them, and
you run a cult.
It could be you.
Yeah,
I'm
about to say,
telling you about
I'm gonna have a cult up on the rooftop.
Yeah, you did. I
got a cult up on the rooftop.
Niggas already got their like cliques and shit that they hang out with or whatever, and these people, they click, but they don't just sit here and kick back and smoke weed. They out here thrashing shit.
Wow.
You feel?
Wow. Okay, man. Well, look, I wanted to have this little series where I do ask about this stuff because most of the times people don't get to ask, right?
Yeah.
And they said that in these houses, they had all the drugs you could want. I think you said that, right?
Yeah.
Had all the drugs you could want, video games, food, clothes, possible or potential access to guns down the line. So I could see where that would be, attractive to anybody that's out here for the most part.
And then they had the studio, so that's another thing.
Everybody comes down here for music. All the young people want to rap. They want to make beats.
Everybody always talking about how they just jumped off
so
the Greyhound.
Let me ask you real quick. Did Tone, did you ever see him in the studio?
Yeah, I seen that nigga in there.
Okay, so Tone was in the studio.
First day there. He was in there first day with Cuz, and they was playing something. They was showing me, look, we got a studio. But I don't know if Tone knew that was me that walked in, but I remember you, Cuz.
Okay.
I remember you. It wasn't around the same time. Everything. He was in the same area. He just wasn't
he went on the Street interviews.
Like, Cuz ain't out here like that.
Okay, yeah, because I think that song that Josias has on one of my shorts, where me and Josias was like riding in the Jeep, and I let him play a song or whatever.
Y'all wouldn't want to help me. Y'all niggas can't I put my chains on. I put my chains on. Talking hella shit and then I put my chain on. I put my black hammer dead on my head. We bringing gun, bringing knife, and you gon' gun that kid.
That's the song that he was so excited to play.
Yeah.
Is that like 12 skit or something like that? Whatever the song was.
They had a social media presence and everything. They got some followers or whatever, so somebody was going to hear you just by phone. They had what they call their own record label, Black Hammer Records or whatever. You feel me?
Wow.
So that's what was going on, bro. But other than that, like, the niggas ain't
some real Atlanta kidnapping type stuff.
The real niggas, the niggas who was really in that ain't no real niggas. Like, they followers, like, they some hoe ass, they soften them up. You hear me? And they would have to have a group of them. It'll have to be a group of them for them to do anything, oppress anybody, you feel me?
Right.
But as far as them coming by themselves, the only reason they'll come by themselves is because this is their religion, and you feel me? This is what they believe in, and Gazi was their leader, and they love him, and
all that type of stuff.
They're gonna have to come strong and hop out the bushes on me, you feel me?
Right,
Other than
right.
that, they
ain't about that
they not
tough,
like
tough
that.
like
so
yeah,
it's like one of them groups filled with a whole bunch of nobodies who never been accepted.
Yeah, a bunch of followers, which is these type of groups tend to, that's what they target. Yeah. That's like the Jehovah's Witnesses, you know, shout out to all my Jehovah's Witnesses. I ain't talking junk about y'all, but they actively recruit at colleges because they want people who are vulnerable, susceptible, or, you know, their worldview is changing. They kind of want to catch people like when their worldview is changing, when they're young, and you know, sense, that's they're literally like the whole route where the students walk. Yeah, they've got posts up and down that route. For sure. So it's a similar type of deal. So, all right, well, listen, Vaughn, man, we really appreciate you. Yeah. We're gonna let you get back to these beautiful babies, man. I still want to talk to your baby mom at some point. We gonna see, man. Like, just whenever God's planning it, whenever God's timing is.
Man, I don't even give a bro.
Cause y'all was together the other day. Y'all was walking together. I don't know if y'all was like.
I just had to kick her out of my spot like 2 days ago. She's not taking care of my kids and
so
in the wrong.
Are you in like a room right now?
This is actually the last day. Yeah, I'm in the hotel room right now.
Okay.
Actually, that's the last time she gonna see the kids, cause
we ain't gonna never say never, man. She may change. You never know. So 5 years from now, these kids might be 5 years old.
What she say to them and like what she doing around them? Cause I'm not going for it. Like,
don't always protect these kids.
I can get rid of my mom out of my life. I can get rid of their mom out of their life.
Man, I dig it, man. I dig it, man. Listen, Vaughn, we appreciate you. All right, you know you're my brother, so it's all love, man. Shout out again to Shinna Speaks channel. And shout you out, man. All right, same Instagram, same Cash App, same everything.
Yeah, everything. ATVVAUN, everything.
Always, man.
Yeah, go check me out on Spotify. Go follow my Spotify. Get my Spotify.
And check that man out, man. All right, y'all be good, all right?
All right,
yes,
peace.
sir.